Good morning, students, and welcome to the class. Presently, we are doing the chapter Indian Politics, Trends and Developments. And this chapter is according to your revised syllabus. And previously, the name of the chapter was Indian Recent Developments in Indian Politics. But now it has been changed to Indian Politics, Trends and Developments. So more or less things are same, but there is difference in the size of the volume of the content. So in this chapter, you will see what were the trends and developments of Indian politics. And in the previous class, we have discussed about the United Front. So it becomes somehow confusing because so many elections happened, especially after 1989. What happened that there was lack of stability because no party was able to win the majority seat in the Lok Sabha, and this caused instability, and this caused frequent elections, frequent change of government. So everything should be clear in the mind. Okay. First of all, we have seen in the second chapter, that is the era of one party dominance. Now this chapter has been merged with your fifth chapter. Okay, so whatever it is, the content of the chapter must be there in your mind, that in the first three general elections, first election that was held in 1952, second election 1957, and third election 1962. In these three elections, what we find, there was a dominance of Congress. And during this period, the Congress party was considered as a Congress system because it was presenting a coalition of ideology and social groups. That is why it was called Congress system. Then we have seen that in the election of 1967, in this election also, Congress became victorious. Congress was the party which got majority of the seats in the Lok Sabha, and government was formed by Congress only at the center. But in states, it lost. In many of the states, it lost the election. So in this also, there was a Congress majority. And this was the period when Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister just around 1 year ago, because there was death of Lal Bahadur Shastri in the year 1966, January 1966, and after his death, Indira Gandhi became the leader of the Lok Sabha, and she was appointed the Prime Minister. And her first election was this election of 1967, in which Congress, the condition of Congress became very bad because many ministers lost the election, and not only this, in the states it lost so many states. So still there was majority of the Congress. So it was up to 1967. Then there was election in the year 1971, and in this election, what we find that the Congress again became in the dominant position. So the election of 1971 restored the Congress system, which we studied in the previous chapter. That was restoration of Congress system, because जो लॉस कांग्रेस को 1967 के इलेक्शन में हुआ था, मेजॉरिटी तो थी, उसकी गवर्नमेंट बनी थी, बट जिस तरीके से जीत होती थी कांग्रेस की, उस तरीके की जीत नहीं थी 1967 की, और स्टेट्स में भी हालत ख़राब हुई थी. तो हम क्या देख रहे हैं कि जो 1971 का इलेक्शन था, दैट was considered as restoration. The results of the 1971 was such that it was said that the Congress system was restored. फिर से कांग्रेस जो है वो अपनी dominant position में आ जाती है. And this election of 1971 was held only for Lok Sabha. The states elections held in the year 1972, and in this election also the Congress became very dominant position. The position of the Congress was very dominant in the state elections also. And after that, what we find, that was the previous chapter, in which we have seen that so many crises occurred and movements and protests, and those ultimately led to the proclamation of national emergency in the country. So this is clear that 1971 में कांग्रेस जो है, कांग्रेस system was restored. Congress was again in a very dominant position. Okay, and I will give you all these by making a table in your snap work. Okay, so that everything should be completely clear in your mind. So what happens that in 1975 internal emergency was proclaimed. Okay, and this emergency was there, it was on 26th June. Okay, and this emergency was there for 18 months. It was ended in January 1977. End of emergency. These we can say it's a timeline which must be there in your mind. Okay, so January 1977 में emergency का end हो जाता है, and then in March 1977 elections were held, है ना? And in this election, what happened? The Congress defeated badly. It could win only 154 seats, and the opposition party, which became one as Janata Party, that became victorious, and Janata Party became victorious and it formed the government. Okay, under the Prime Ministership of Morarji Desai, and then there was a split in the Janata Party, and then the new Prime Minister Charan Singh formed the government with the support of Congress. But this government was also not very long lived. It continued only for 4 months, and मिला करके अगर दोनों के पीरियड को मिला के देखें तो 1980 में फिर से इलेक्शन होता है, and the election of 1980 was proved very good for Congress, because the Congress performed very well. It again this was the election in which, in this election, Congress won around 353 seats, and in this way it again regained its position. Its dominant position was regained, and we see that Mrs. Indira Gandhi again becomes the Prime Minister in 1980, because people were highly dissatisfied by the performance of the Janata government. Instability was there, and people voted for stable government, that is for the Congress party. Okay, so these are the major events. Now we will move forward. After this election of 1980, the most important event of Indian politics was the assassination of Mrs. Gandhi, which took place on 31st October 1984. Okay, so Indira Gandhi was assassinated, and then after her assassination, Rajiv Gandhi was elected as the leader of the Congress Parliamentary Party, and he became the Prime Minister. And then we see the next election held in the year 1984 itself, and in this election, Congress again become victorious, and this time Congress won 415 seats. So just you can see the result. 415 seats were won by Congress in this election. Why such a rise in number of seats, in number of votes? Because of the assassination of Indira Gandhi, people's complete sympathy and support was with the Congress party, which was led by her son Rajiv Gandhi. तो लोगों का पूरा समर्थन मिलता है, and Congress becomes victorious with 415 seats. And then elections were held in the year 1989. And in this election of 1989, we again observed that the performance of the Congress became very bad. It could win only 197 seats. So this was the election in which no single party was in the condition of getting the majority of the seats in the house, and that is the reason that no party was able to form the government at the center. And this election of 1989 is considered as the beginning of the coalition era, because after this election of 1989 up to the period of 2014, during this period, what we see that in none of the election, none of the party was able to win the majority seats in the Lok Sabha. There was never formed the government by a single political party during this period. I am talking about the period from 1989 to 2014. This was the period when single party never formed any government. Either the government was formed by an alliance. An alliance means a group of parties which are there, which have fought the election collectively. Okay, so either the government was formed by an alliance, by a coalition government, or many times minority government was formed and some parties were giving them support from outside. So this the year 1989 is considered as the starting of the era of coalition. So the year 1989 marks the beginning of the coalition politics in India. So this 1989, the results of the election of 1989 proved that no single party was in the condition of forming the government, and this was not only the result of 1989 election, but the same result was given in all the elections up to the year 2014, and this period is considered as era of coalition politics, in which we find that no party is winning the election, no party is having the majority of the seats in Lok Sabha, and that is why the government is either coalition government or minority government is formed by which is supported by other parties. So this was the condition, and now we will know different elections which were held during this period, okay, and how which government was formed by which party, okay. And in this regard, one more important thing is there, that with the year 1989 there began an era of multi-party system. Though we have adopted multi-party system from 1950 only, है ना, हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मल्टी पार्टी सिस्टम को जगह दी गई. We have adopted multi-party system from 1950 only, but what we find that in actual practice multi-party system was not working in India because there was dominance of a single party. If we consider the period of from 1950 to 1989, what we find that from 1950 to 1989 there was only a period of around two years when there was government of a non-Congress party. Other than these two years when Janata government was there, there was only government of Congress party. So we have multi-party system, but this multi-party system was not functioning properly. The only one party was dominant. But what happened after 1989, that our system, political system, our party system actually in reality became multi-party system, in which there was not one or two parties were not in such a condition that they were getting most of the votes or seats. Every party was getting some seats and share in the votes. So in actual practice, multi-party system started from the year 1989 only. And one more thing is associated with this, and that is Importance of regional parties. When no single party is able to win the majority of the seats in the Lok Sabha, then in that situation, what happened that the regional parties became very important. The coalition government which was formed at the center, now we see that regional parties were the important part of the coalition government, and with this what happened that the regional political parties became important, and with this they started putting pressure on the government to fulfill the demands of their regions, and in this way regional politics also become very active. Okay, and one more thing is there. This period also saw the emergence of backward caste. Emergence of backward caste. As I told you in the previous class that this Mandal Commission was appointed by Janata government, and this commission gave its report in the year 1980. The commission was appointed for what purpose? What was the function assigned to the commission? The function which was assigned to the commission was to see that the other backward caste people are having their representation in the government jobs and educational institute or not. मंडल कमीशन को ये काम सौंपा गया था कि उसको ये देखना था कि जो अदर बैकवर्ड कास्ट के पीपल हैं उनको गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स में और एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट्स के एडमिशन में उनको प्रॉपर रिप्रेजेंटेशन मिला है या नहीं. तो द मंडल कमीशन did its work and it made the report, and in its report there were so many recommendations. The most important recommendation was that there is not adequate representation of backward caste in the government jobs and in the admission to higher educational institutes. So this commission recommended that there must be reservation for these other backward caste, but these recommendations were not implemented by the Congress government which was in power from 1980 to 1989, and then in 1989 we see what happened. The 1989 is the starting of the era of coalition politics, because no party was in the condition of forming the government. So क्या हुआ, coalition government की starting होती है. और किसने government form किया 1989 में. I discussed this in the previous class. The government was formed by United Front in the year 1989. The government was formed by United Front, which was a coalition government, and in this coalition the important political parties were Janata Dal and some regional parties, but still the government was minority government. So it needed support. It got support from BJP and left, supported from outside. at this time, who was the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister was VP Singh. ये जो जनता दल और रीजनल पार्टीज की जो coalition government है, that was called United Front, and this United Front was also, मतलब ये सभी दल मिलके भी मेजॉरिटी सीट नहीं पा सके थे, तो उनको सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत थी, और तब बीजेपी और लेफ्ट ने उनको सपोर्ट किया बाहर से. व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ सपोर्ट फ्रॉम आउटसाइड? Support from outside means they will only support the government. They will not hold any position or any post. Support from outside बस उनका समर्थन रहेगा, उनका सपोर्ट रहेगा. जब भी कोई मैटर आएगा लोकसभा में तो वो उसके साथ उसके अकॉर्डिंगली, गवर्नमेंट के अकॉर्डिंगली वो वोट करेंगे और उसको सपोर्ट करेंगे. बट दे विल नॉट पार्टिसिपेट इन द गवर्नमेंट. They will not hold any post or position in the government. So this is support from outside. तो ये जो यूनाइटेड फ्रंट की गवर्नमेंट आई, ये इसी प्रॉमिस पे आई ही थी, जो ड्यूरिंग द कैंपेनिंग जो इसने अपना कैंपेनिंग किया, तो वो यही कहा था कि अगर हम पावर में आएंगे तो हम मंडल कमीशन के उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे. एंड दैट वाज डन बाय वीपी सिंह. मंडल कमीशन के रिपोर्ट को, रिकमेंडेशन को इम्प्लीमेंट कर दिया गया, और इससे क्या हुआ कि जो ओबीसीज थे उनको रिजर्वेशन मिल जाता है. एंड इसके कारण क्या होता है कि बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोटेस्ट होता है जो इसके अगेंस्ट थे लोग. एंड काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स का प्रोटेस्ट होता है, मामला कोर्ट में भी जाता है, बट अल्टीमेटली इट वाज इम्प्लीमेंटेड. Okay, and this is called Mandal issue, which I discussed in the previous class. So यहाँ तक clear है आपका? अब क्या हो रहा है? New development is taking place. Now this government was not able to complete its 5 years term. 5 साल का जो टर्म था उसको वो पूरा नहीं कर पाती है, 2 साल में ही गिर जाती है गवर्नमेंट. And there was fresh elections in the year 1991. During this election of 1991, before election, campaigning was going on. Okay, campaigning चल रही थी. फिर क्या होता है? Congress was campaigning, and at that time, Rajiv Gandhi was there as the head of the Congress party. And he was campaigning, and during the campaigning what happened that he was assassinated in at Sri Perumbudur in Chennai. He was assassinated by a Sri Lankan Tamil who was linked to LTTE. This LTTE is Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. And what we see that this assassination of Rajiv Gandhi had a great impact on the voters of the country, and it reflected, its effect was reflected in the result of the election of the 1991. What we find that Congress emerged as the single largest party. In the election of 1991, Congress emerged as the single largest party. And Congress formed the government also. From 1991 to 1996, there was a government of Congress party, and now the Prime Minister was someone other than the Gandhi family, because now there was no more, no one is there in the Gandhi family to took over the command. So now P.V. Narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister. Under the rule of Congress Party. So this is the development up to the year of 1991, and after this 1991 again elections were held in the year 1996. The elections were held in the year 1996, and we will discuss about 1996 election and the further developments in the next class. Okay, so keep studying. These are very it is not complicated, but you just need to keep all these things in your mind कि कब कितनी सीट किसको मिली, that is not important. कौन सी पार्टी मेजोरिटी बन के आ रही है, कौन सी पार्टी लार्जेस्ट बन के आ रही है, किसकी गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म हो रही है, किसकी हेल्प से फॉर्म हो रही है, ये चीज़ें थोड़ी याद रखनी होगी. और प्राइम मिनिस्टर कौन है उस समय में, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. सो वी विल डिस्कस द further developments in the next class.